Tom Carlson played 2002.
You want one?
No, thanks.
You know, this is like one of my favorite parts of a hunting trip. Sitting here with all the work done and just the anticipation of the hunt.
Hey, it looks like some ducks are flying in our spread.
Oh, cool. I guess it's working.
Yep.
And what time is it?
Looks like it's about 6:15.
2 minutes.
Yeah, I should probably get our mask on.
Good idea. What time you got?
It's like 6:17.
All right, it's go time.
3 o'clock, 4 birds coming in.
Ah, stay down. Stay down. They're coming our way. Stay down.
They're coming in, stay down.
Damn it, they flared. Shoot. Okay, Kenny, your way. Straight at us. 3 birds. They're pitching in. Wings fixed. Wings fixed. Hold tight. They're coming. Stay down. Stay down. Okay, there's 2 drinks in the back. Okay, crack them.
Oh, you're into that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good shot.
Thank you.
Get in the water.
Thanks. All right, your side. Lone duck coming in.
That's just a buffalo head. I'll pass.
Yeah, there's not much flying right now.
I know, kind of strange. Last week at this time, I was silly with ducks.
Speaking of strange, I had a really odd dream last night.
Really, what about?
It was about Christmas, and we were all up at our cabin, and we were looking through our stockings and finding the usual stuff like mandarin oranges and nuts and a little bit of candy in there. And also, and there was an envelope, there was a report card from God, and I got a D-.
Really? And what?
I don't know, I guess life. I was a little disappointed, so I walked over to see what you got.
What'd I get?
B+. plus.
No shit. That's cool. I wonder if Mom's still paying money for D's.
Come on, seriously, I don't want to be judgmental. I know I love you to death, but, you know, how long has it been since you went to church? A year?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, so what gives?
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. It doesn't have much to do with going to church, obviously.
Yeah, I know it's not about church, but what about the tithing, the way you cuss so much, your drinking, your cigar smoking?
Yeah, let me have it.
I don't mean to beat you up, Gabe, but I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Hey, ducks. Stay down. 12 o'clock. They flared. It's pretty slow out here today.
Well, I know it's really not about the dream. I mean, it's just a dream, but it seems like, you know, everyone likes you, and, you know, you just easily get along with people, and you know, it's just that, you know, I spend all this time taking my family to church every weekend. I, you know, spend 10% on with my tithing. I don't cuss, I don't drink, and it's just that I don't break any rules. And conversely, it seems like you go out and try to break the rules, and I'm the one that gets a B minus.
You know, that kind of reminds me of a story, and I think you're probably too young to remember Dad, but I remember one day we were on the way home from football practice, and we round that corner there at the Stevens place, and there was a doe that had been hit and laying on the side of the road, and got hit in the hindquarter, and it was struggling to get up. It couldn't move too easily, so Dad raced home and he called the sheriff's department. You know, he was thinking that they'd come out and at least put it out of its misery and probably butcher it up. And, you know, it was Christmas time and getting near the holidays, and so Dad figured they'd butcher it up, probably give it to some mission or, you know, shelter of some sort. So he called the sheriff, and the only thing that she was concerned with was if it was in the roadway or not. And Dad told him it wasn't in the roadway, and they basically said, well, we're not going to do anything about it. We might send some officer out there and put it out of its misery, but it would be several hours because they're busy. And I remember Dad saying, well, hell, I can do that right now. And she said, well, I remember said something about, well, you better not if you don't have a license. And Dad said, well, hell with that. Well, what about the meat? And, you know, apparently they didn't give a shit about the meat. So we got off the phone, and Dad said, well, hey, go get the 22 out of the safe. And we hopped in the pickup and drove back over there. And, you know, I remember it didn't come easy to Dad when he put a bullet right behind the ear to put it out of his misery, and it died real quick. And we hopped out of the truck and grabbed it and threw it in the back of the pickup. And drove home and took it out back to the shop, and we skinned it and cleaned it and butchered it up. It took most of the afternoon and into the evening, and we butchered it up and cleaned it up and packaged all the meat.
So we all eat meat?
No, he was working with a guy that wasn't doing so well and needed the meat, so he gave it to him.
Did we get in trouble, or did Dad get in trouble?
You know, that's just the point, Pete. Dad wouldn't have given a shit if he got in trouble. He was out to do the right thing regardless of what the law said. And you know, I guess a little bit of that rubbed off on me. Not about the law, it's about doing the right thing. I learned two things that day. One was the value of life, and the other was the thing for myself.
All right, well, I can see your point there, but you know, some of the people you hang around with, and you don't go to church, and you know, doesn't God want to set us apart?
Well, that kind of reminds me of that Christian quote, we want to be in the world but not of the world. And I prefer to think of the quote that says it's more important to love than anything else. You got your Bible with you?
Yeah, it's in my shooting bag.
Can I borrow it?
Sure.
Thanks.
Take it.
Yeah, Mark, I recall, Mark, here we go, Mark 12:29. The first of all these commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, our one Lord. And thou shalt love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandments greater than these.
Yeah, I know that.
You know, Pete, I know you know it, but do you live it? Seems like far too many Christians are so concerned with the thou shalt nots that they forget about the, you know, there is none greater than love.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, it's pretty slow out here today. How about we pack it up and go get something to eat?
Sounds like a damn good idea to me.